Hi guys, welcome back. It's your girl Tiffany Rochelle, and I'm back with a quick video. I'm on my way to pick my son up, so I just thought I had a few seconds before I have to be mommy, to just talk. I wanted to share a testimony that I had maybe a couple days ago, and I forgot to share it. I was gonna make a video, and I was like, God. And the time just kind of went away from me, but I have the time now. I don't know who this may be for, or just just some encouragement for me to hear again. But the last couple months have been really wild for me. Since September, I started a new job, and sorry if I'm looking straight ahead, but I'm driving too. I started a new job, and I left my old job due to just feeling like a lot of cattiness and stress, and I decided to take another job thinking that it was going to be a little bit better for me. I took a job with the county, with the school board, and it ended up being like a $6 pay cut for me. And so I just thought, okay, eventually I'll get the money up. I'm going to take some courses, the courses that they're telling me I need to take. I'm going to get my money up. They told me if I, did put in my experience, they would verify it, and then my money would go up. So I did that, and then it still wasn't exactly where I thought I would be. So needless to say, for the last couple months, I've been really struggling to maintain my bills. I've been struggling to just be able to save money. I am currently living back at home. As you all know, in previous videos, my grandmother passed away, and we lived together. So I had to abruptly move back home with my mom because I no longer wanted to live, or could I afford, the apartment that my grandmother and I shared together. She died in the apartment. I found her the next morning, and I just thought that was something that I would not be able to handle, staying at the apartment had I stayed. So the last year now, since my grandmother's passing is coming up on the 4th of February, and then taking this new position and all this stuff, has been a lot going on. However, with the school system, I am able to have holidays off. I'm able to have breaks. I get off at a decent time. I work 8:30 to 4. My schedule is amazing, but the work is a little bit intense. And of course, I'm not making the money as I should be. So it's been really hard. I've been really going through some times of depression, some times of stress and worry, anxiety. And again, being a mother to a toddler, he's 2, I've just been going and having my highs and my lows. And I can be very transparent with this, and I can be vulnerable with you guys, because I know there's someone that's going through the same exact thing and cannot voice it. But this is why I have my channel, because this is where I feel like I can be very transparent with everybody and verbal. Sometimes I just feel like life can be very hard, and if you are aware of that and you're willing to do the steps to get help, that there's that. Some people suffer in silence. I have taken the necessary steps since I have been at the job to start therapy. I've been doing therapy. I have been working more on self-care. And although I don't have the income that I'd like, I have been, doing more things that were true to me and things that I enjoy. I've been really just trying to pay attention to myself more and trying to rest a little bit more. So, and then it's just a lot of things that have been partaking in, of course. And I'm not going to speak long on this. My child's father and we try to be cordial as possible, but he does not pay his child support. So that has been a hard situation, because I'm trying to provide for my child all by myself, and that's kind of a hard thing for me too. So that's been, I'm like, gosh, if he could do what he's supposed to do, then I would be able to help myself and my son But, like I said, that's just something that I'm not even going to get into. But it's just a lot of factors in just my life right now that have been just really stressful, and I've been trying my hardest to just maintain, to pretty much like stay afloat, to keep myself above water, and still be positive, and still be a mother and a worker, and it's just been really hard. I'm gonna go pick my son up really quick, and then I'll be right back, guys. So sorry, guys, I'm back. So yeah, I just picked up my son, and like back to what I was saying, like, yes, lately the last couple months have been hectic. I've been just really drained, feeling burnt out, just tired, just trying to rob Peter to pay Paul. I always wanted to say that. But no, I just really think, and during this time, I've been really, trying to pray and keep my relationship open with the Lord, and talking to him. I've been pleading and asking for him to help me, and he has been, of course. But when you're in your waiting season and things seem like they are like just all out of sorts and things aren't going your way, of course the waiting season seems like forever. I've been interviewing and looking for positions, and I actually got hired at one of the positions that I applied for, and I really wanted it because the money was going to be a lot more than what I was getting. It was going to be like 3 times the pay, and I actually, long story short, got the job. However, once I got my offer, it said it was part-time. I applied for a full-time. So that had me down in the dumps, because I was like, oh my God, now I have to start over again. But I kind of had my suspicions with the job, because I was like, I really don't want to go that far. I really don't want to drive all the way to Virginia for this position. So it kind of panned out, and I prayed and I asked God, I told him, if this was for me, then let it be for me. But if it wasn't, then provide. There we go. Sorry, phone. Provide another opportunity for me. So at that same time that I decided not to take that job, another job offer came through, and it was actually an old job. So I was like, okay, God. And so it came with a different amount of perks than what the job I would have decided to take had. However, of course I have to wait. I did the interview today, so I'm just waiting. So my cell phone was due on the opposite day that I get paid, and I was like, oh my gosh, shit, like, what am I gonna do? I don't have the money at all. Like, so I immediately went and I prayed, and I told the Lord, I was like, God, I don't have my money for my cell phone bill. I don't know what to do. Like, I'm gonna have to overdraft my account. Like, I was just stressing. So I gave it to him. I laid it at his feet that morning. And it's a funny thing with God, like, when you lay it at his feet, you have to lay it at his feet, and you got to let it go, and you got to walk away, and you got to not think about it. You can't be anxious, none of that. Well, I went through the day, and then that morning, I went through that morning, and I got very anxious, and I ended up overdrafting my account to pay my cell phone bill. So, and this is not going to be the testimony that you guys think. It's going to be just, it's going to magnify what God showed me as far as my faith, which showed me that I learned something through this whole situation. So I'll get to that in a second. So long story short, I paid the cell phone bill. I felt horrible, because I was like, oh my God. But then I also felt really like, yes, my phone bill is paid. My mom came downstairs later that afternoon and was like, hey, Tiffany, have you ever used the Coinstar? I have like this big bucket of coins upstairs, and I want to see how much it is. Like, what do you have to do? So I was like, yeah, I've used it before. I go to the Giant, the grocery store, and I use the kiosk, and then they give you a voucher, and they tell you how much how much you will get. She was like, well, bet. She was like, so my mom's sciatica has been messing up, so I've been driving her everywhere, and so she was like, so if you go in the store and you take the change for me, then you can have some of the money that comes from the Coinstar thing. I was like, all right, cool. Again, not thinking that, it's going to be enough money to do anything, like pay my cell phone bill, or, it's just going to be enough to get some gas, or like buy something in the store, like some candy or something, right? So we go to the store, I do the Coinstar, put all the change in there. It turns out to be like $75 and some change. So I was like, okay, cool. So then when we get in the car, I give my mom the thing, and I was like, here, Mom, it was $75, blah, blah, blah. So she gives me, and mind you guys, I already had like $10 to myself. I had $10 to myself, $10 or $15 to myself that I needed to use for gas. It wasn't enough to pay my cell phone bill. She hands me over $35. My cell phone bill is $43. When I got home that evening, I just started to praise God. I started to tear up a little bit, because I said, I didn't count the money till I got home that evening. I'm sorry, I'm messing the story up. But what happened was, something kept saying, count your money. I was about to wipe out the shower so we could take our showers, me and my son. And something said to count your money in my purse. I was like, okay, I'll count it. And when I counted it, it basically was enough money to pay my cell phone bill plus some more to be able to, still get gas and all that stuff. And I automatically was like, I laughed, because I was like, oh my gosh. The lesson in this was, I didn't wait and trust in what the Lord was going to do. He promised me in his word that he would take care of me, that he would provide for me. And I allowed my anxious thoughts, and I allowed my non-faith to go ahead and pay my cell phone bill by myself and not wait and see what God was going to do. I put myself in the driver's seat, and I did not allow him to work. And although that aha moment came to me, I also got confirmation that not only did God reveal himself to me and show me that I got you. I learned a valuable lesson. Yes, baby. Mommy gonna go get gas. That I can trust in him for real. I had been asking God to help me with my faith. And although I let my flesh beat me to pay the bill myself, God revealed himself to me in that instance, and that was just amazing to me. Had I waited a couple more hours, who would have thought my mom was gonna say, she had money, some coins, to turn into the money that I needed for my cell phone bill. Had I would have waited, God would have surpassed those needs. He would have taken care of me, and he still took care of me. But that was just such a wonderful moment. I just wanted to share my small little testimony, aha moment with the Lord, and just wanted to encourage someone that is waiting right now and going through even half or some or a lot of the things that I am speaking on and going through with just life and lifing right now. Life can be very hard, but if you stay grounded on the Lord, or whoever it is that you may have, that you have, I just want to stay encouraged, keep believing, keep trusting, keep stepping out on faith, keep trying. Every day that you wake up is another day to try to do whatever it is. It's not easy, to say the least. I'm struggling through it, but I know that God is real. I know that he's with me. I know that he's with you, whoever may be listening. And just know that they that wait on the Lord, they shall renew their wings. And I love that song, by the way. I'm just waiting, but I'm not just waiting. I'm being active, but I'm trying not to stay, get in the driver's seat. But I am trying to, still do what I'm supposed to do. I'm still fixing my resume. I'm still putting my resume out there. I am applying to jobs. I'm still going to work. You know, I'm still taking care of my son. I'm still trying to pay my bills the way that I can. I'm still trying to take care of the little things. I'm still trying to do what I'm supposed to do while I'm in my waiting season. So I just wanted to come on here and just share that with you guys. I know this wasn't like my typical videos, and I haven't been doing a lot of my talking segments because I've been just, again, going through stuff. But I just wanted to share some encouragement that through what God did for me, even though I did it for myself, what he was trying to do for me, if we sometimes just sit back and allow God to just be God, then he will definitely blow our minds. He's there. He wants to help us. He hears us. That just was evidence that he hears us. He heard me. He heard my cry and he came to my rescue. But I got in my way. I got in my own way. And a lot of times that's what we do. We get in our own way and we don't allow God to be God. We don't allow him to even fix it because we're so easily manipulated by our circumstances. So I'm not going to make this video too long. I just wanted to encourage you guys and tell you just keep being encouraged, to keep trying, y'all. So I'll talk to you guys soon. I'll see you on the next video. All right, have a good day.